Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yo. Welcome back to the channel, yo. Appreciate you for clicking on the video, man. Like, subscribe, share the video. Do all that good shit right there. Hey, I appreciate you for joining me, man. So listen, we about to break down that Ravens Broncos recap, man. I apologize for not having my prediction video for that game. I meant to put that up, and then I recorded the video and everything. Like I did the video, recorded it. As I was editing the video, my goofy ass done started to learn how to do new shit and things like that when it come to editing videos and whatnot, because I'm trying not to just have y'all looking at a blank black screen. I'm finna start because it is some people who want to watch stuff on the screen when they listening to my voice, allowing my vibe to carry them. So in that event, I've been sitting down, I've been learning how to, do different type of little shit to you know, to so you ain't looking at a black screen for people who don't listen to it like it's a podcast. Cause that's really what this kinda is right now. And in the future, obviously, I want to have videos on the channel. That's gonna be bigger than just sports. It's gonna be outside of sports. But even my future sports breakdowns and stuff like that, I want to have in video form also for the YouTube audience. And another thing is a lot of new shit coming to the channel eventually. I'm a big wrestling fan. Big. Well, let me say this. I'm a WWE fan. I'm not I love a lot of wrestlers from other promotions and whatnot. I used to be a big Impact fan back in the day. But I really am just a WWE guy. So I plan on breaking down Raw, especially Raw since everybody seemed to hate Raw. I love Raw. I don't have a problem with it. A lot of things I don't have a problem with in WWE that a lot of other people have a problem with, but we'll get into that in a future video. Either way, we are here to talk about the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Baltimore went up to the first time we done played at 4 this year, had a 4:30 start time, but Baltimore went into Denver and got it done today, bro. We hadn't won in Denver since we had won that playoff game in Denver, the Mile High Miracle. I don't know how many of y'all was alive or was fans or was watching Baltimore at that time. That's when Peyton Manning was with the Broncos. Had that great offense. Shit, they was a great offense every year they had Peyton. But we went in that thing and got it done with Joe Flacco on the Mile High Miracle to Jacoby Jones. Oh man, I still remember him kissing and blowing a kiss to the crowd, bro. And then in overtime, Peyton throws across his body through a pick to Corey Graham. And boom, boom, boom. JT, the GOAT Tucker, ended up winning it for us. And then, of course, from that point on, we go on to beat the Patriots. And then go on to beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl to win our second Super Bowl in franchise history. Oh, boy, I remember everything about that ride. But that was what we was facing when we came back to Denver today. Now, obviously, Teddy Midwater is not Peyton Manning, and prayers up for to be serious for a second. I know I like to call Teddy Bridgewater Teddy Midwater and stuff shit like that because I just don't think he that dude, and I don't think he really that great. I think he a big dink and dunk type of quarterback, and he hadn't played against good teams up to this point. However, he was concussed in this game and didn't come back in the second half, so prayers up for him. We don't wish injury on no player. We do not celebrate injuries for no player. At the end of the day, these dudes is human beings like everybody else. I know people think it's cool to dehumanize athletes and shit like that, which I'm gonna make a video on that in the future also. But I'm not with that shit. That's a human being. He got a family, people who relying on him. I hope Teddy alright. But this was gonna be a tough game for Denver, more so than it was gonna be for Baltimore, in my opinion. Because even though Denver was coming in 3-0, I don't think Denver done beat nobody of significance. They beat the New York teams and they beat the Jaguars. Those probably the 3 worst teams in the league. Now, New York Jets got a big dub today. So congratulations to the New York Jets fan base. And I'm going to tell you something, man. It's about to be so dope because now I'm finna have a box scores. Well, not the box scores really, but I'm finna be having stats for players and shit like that rolling through the videos and whatnot. And I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to break down videos into divisions, conferences, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like in this video, I'm going to have Josh Allen stats and shit like that. And I wasn't able to do stat. It's a lot of work making stat slides for all these players, which I'm cool with. but I didn't have the time to do it tonight because I literally just figured out how to do it and all that type of shit. But gonna be some stat slides in the future, so you could, if your team played or if another team you like or you want to see the score for another team, I'm gonna have that there. I'm gonna have big player highlight slides on the thing. Obviously, we're not gonna be using the videos from the NFL and things like that because when we blow up in the future, we want to be able to get paid for these videos and not be able to have them demonetized because we're using the NFL's footage. So I won't be using footage of these games and stuff. I apologize for that. If you want to see the footage, my guys, just go watch the highlights and then come watch the breakdowns and the recaps and whatnot in Saints World. You dig? But back to the game, man. First quarter was a funny one because Denver scored first on a seven on a run, and this the shit. Like, I hate that I didn't upload that video. Well, I'm not too mad about it, but I wish I had uploaded the video so you, because one of the big things I was saying in that video was tackling. The Ravens got to be the worst tackling linebacking core in the league. Like, the Ravens secondary to me is not a problem, even with the injuries and whatnot. They secondary done been decent. The problem is that linebacking core. If for one, we don't put enough pressure on quarterbacks without having to send blitzes, and we our linebackers don't tackle, bro. They bad in pass coverage, they bad in run coverage, they atrocious at tackling. Probably the worst tackling linebacking core in the NFL, and probably the worst tackling linebacking core, or probably the worst linebacking core Baltimore had ever put on the field, to be completely honest with you. I don't believe Malik Harris will be starting next year if Baltimore go out. Because I really think Baltimore, looking at this linebacking core, thinking to themselves, we gotta make some changes. And the crazy thing is, I really think they need to either trade. They gotta do something with Patrick Queen. The role that he got right now is too much for him. It's just too much. I mean, you can look at the highlights again today. Missing tackles, bad angles, not in the right position at the right time. Like, Patrick Queen, for as much as everybody love him and I want him to be great, he a Raven. Obviously, I want him to be great. I just think this role too big for him right now. He just don't look good to me, bro. I can't stand watching him miss multiple tackles a game, making atrocious angles at receivers and tight ends at a game. Like, he almost got beat on the first drive of the game, if not for Teddy overthrowing his receiver because he got beat on the sideline. Like, to me, and it's not just him. To me, the entire linebacking core is a problem right now. But it's just he the face of that linebacking core. He the dude who supposed to, get all this shit together and get everybody in their positions and shit. And it just ain't happening, bro. He's struggling to run. He struggled tackling. And this shit, it really irritating. Like, we already atrocious at tackling and whatnot. And in this game today, the only score that the Broncos got was on a drive where our tackling was atrocious. A tackle that should have been made in the backfield on a running back for the Broncos ended up breaking, and he ended up legitimately carrying Marlon Humphreys about 15 yards, bro. Like, seeing shit like that irritating as hell, bro. And if you're a Baltimore fan, you've been seeing that shit for the past couple weeks. Shit, you've been seeing it every week so far. Like, just bad tackling, bro. The second half of the Detroit game, the entire Raiders and Chiefs game, like, just bad tackling, bro. That shit, Wink got to do something. Like, I don't even know what you would do at this point, because, like, a lot of the Ravens' yards they give up, you cut that in half if these motherfuckers just tackle. Like, it's so crazy, bro. Like, the basic fundamentals, and what I hate is you see these dudes throwing themselves at people sometimes, missing tackles. Even sometimes when you see them try to wrap up, they don't even. It's atrocious, bro. It's really atrocious. We're gonna have to figure something out when it come to that because this shit is embarrassing. Shit's embarrassing, bro. But aside from that, Denver didn't really do shit. Now, granted, like I said, Teddy got hurt at the end of the first half. He was concussed. He didn't play in the second half. They had Drew Lock. Drew Lock's not a great quarterback. Obviously, he lost his job to Teddy Midwater. So, if you're a Denver fan, you probably wasn't expecting much. I mean, he made a couple good passes here and there. Denver's offense is just a lot of dinking and dunking. I mean, they might take a shot here and there, but it's just for the most part dinking and dunking. Baltimore's secondary really didn't have to be amazing because they was rarely tested for one. Like when you look at the Baltimore offense and how Lamar was throwing, because Lamar threw for over 300 yards, and you look at how much they was pushing the ball up and down the field, and you just look at the game plan called, the calling, how they offense is called and how Denver's offense is called. Like I don't, it's hard to watch an offense like that, just dinking and dunking all the way up, trying to dink and dunk its way all the way up the field, bro, and just hoping that somebody, mess up on defense and you can bust loose for a big play or that your running game can carry you. But for the most part, bro, Denver couldn't do nothing. He couldn't get anything going on offense for the most part. It was really over when Teddy got hurt after that, after the end of the first half. But shit, the way Baltimore been playing, it could have become a game again. And speaking of which, the defense had a better day than it's probably done had in the past couple weeks. Because you take away that they gave up one touchdown, but you take away that one drive. I mean, they was decent the rest of the game. I love Anthony Averett, bro, Bama product. He getting better and better each week. Didn't even know if he was gonna play this week because he was dealing with an injury, but man, he had an interception too at the end of the game. It was people on Twitter, Bronco fans and Bronco players, I guess, whining about how Baltimore went for that little 3 yard gain at the end of the game to keep their 100 yard thing going, and some Bronco fans, I guess, and the players was mad about that. And that's crazy to me. Because ignore the fact that they would be mad about not stopping a 3 yard run. Like Baltimore wasn't even trying to score a touchdown. And the fact that they could have stopped them all game. Ignore that. Bro, the Broncos legitimately tried to put a touchdown on the board before the end of the game. They kept trying to score when they was in that when the game was already over. Baltimore's defense probably not even running real sets no more, running the most basic of concepts. They was still trying to score, and they was even using timeouts to try to score, meaning they was stopping the time and all that, trying to score. And they threw a pick in the red zone. And then you're going to turn around and be mad because Baltimore, instead of kneeling the clock out for the last 5 seconds, just ran it out for like 3 yards. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all literally just tried. Y'all legit just tried to score and couldn't. And now y'all mad because we picked up 3 yards. Come on, G. That's ugly. But aside from that, the offense looked rough today. It looked rough at times. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Like I told y'all in multiple videos, offense led by Lamar Jackson gonna put up points. But man, I wish we was a little bit cleaner. We start these games off way too slow, man, and our defense, in my opinion, is not good enough to continue. It's like we done played against 2, 3 really bad quarterbacks the last couple weeks. We haven't played against a Patrick Mahomes and a Derek Carr since we played against those two. But our offense got to put points on the board. We went a long time before we got our first score. And credit Lamar and that offense, man. They look great. I wish I had posted my last video because I was talking about how Sammy Watkins is such a great addition to this offense, bro. Like nobody really talking about it, but Marquise Brown, now he can play in the slot more. You got Andrews getting open more, and it's credit to Andrews. I was talking about how Andrews needed to learn how to create space when it comes to, like, when you can catch and when you as good as Mark Andrews, and the little things that's holding him back is the drops in the clutch, not being able to get open on them critical downs, bro, when Lamar needs somebody to pick up a big down. Now it seemed like Marquise get open on those downs. Andrews get open on those downs. Sammy get open on those downs. Sammy's addition to the offense, because I think Sammy a legit number 2, and I think Rashad Bateman gonna be the number 1. And boy, I can't wait till Rashad Bateman get healthy and come back. He was taken off of IR this week, but he didn't play, neither him or Boykins. I'm over Boykins. I could care less of what Boykins do. I doubt Boykins will provide anything for this offense, but everybody else. And it's kind of crazy because Boykins took a spot basically from James Prochet and Devin Duvernay. Like, he was taking snaps from those two last year, and those two better players than him from what I done seen so far this year. Way better players. Both of them productive. Both of them find ways to get open and know how to get open. Like, Yeah, I'm over Miles Boykins, bro. But I hope Rashad Bateman end up being a receiver that we want him to be. Like I done seen a lot of Raven Twitter accounts talk about, yo, guys, don't pressure Rashad Bateman into being great off the rip. And I'm not. Obviously, I want my mans to get healthy, take his time. I don't even think he should play until he 100% healthy because Lamar don't need him yet. Like Lamar needs a number one receiver, but the Lamar's that guy. Like he can overcome a lack of different things. And so he'll be fine until Rashad Bateman get 100% healthy. The thing I keep telling people is when Rashad went down and you got these dipshits like Dan Orlovsky talking about, oh, that's the season and shit like, I kept telling people, Lamar done took this team to the playoffs every year so far without Rashad Bateman. When J.K. went down, people was like, oh, J.K. went down, that's the offense. Lamar done took us to the playoffs without J.K. Dobbins, and J.K. Dobbins was good last year. I wouldn't say he was the biggest reason we made the playoffs last year, so I wasn't worried about nothing like that. I'm telling you, when you sit down and watch Lamar, bro, because if you really sit down and watching him and not just looking at the stat sheets and the box score and listening to what people saying, going off of just highlights, if you really sit down and watch a full game of him, Lamar Jackson is a lot like Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. They get a team chances to win even when you don't have perfect circumstances and situations. They just give their team chances to win. That's what Lamar keep doing, bro. He keep giving Baltimore champ. That's all he done since he done become the franchise quarterback and the starter for Baltimore. Is win. And that's all you really want your quarterback to be able to do is provide, is to win and be able to lead your team to victories. And that's exactly what Lamar doing. He continuously getting better. He put on a passing clinic the last 2 weeks, and I think Denver was like a top four ranked passing defense today, and he was able to torch them. So the fact that Lamar can run, he can pass. Now he done took the most hit, and he got sacked a lot today. He got hit way too much today, and he the most hit player in the league right now. Obviously, that's a combination of the fact that he runs, and we just ain't been able to protect him great. What's funny is on the biggest plays, he do get good protection. And like if you go back, and everybody should be talking about this huge throw and catch to Hollywood, bro. I think it was a 51 yarder or a 49 yarder, but bro, Lamar Jackson is a pocket passer. His best plays legit always come from him standing in the pocket and delivering. But he's standing in the pocket and he step up and boom, he delivered this. It felt like the ball was in the air for a minute. And when that thing came down and Marquise Hollywood, no, he Hollywood today. He dived for that bad boy and he wrapped it up and you saw his body bounce off the fucking ground like a hockey, like boom, 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 like a fucking kickball, and that thing was secured and he got up and did the call God. I was like, oh my God. They're gonna be talking about this shit tomorrow. Man, what a way to come back for Hollywood after a tough last game, man. That's what your receivers do for you when your quarterback got the type of faith in you that Lamar got in Hollywood. When he publicly tell people, man, we ain't worried about that one game. He better than that one game. I ain't even tripping on that one game. You still trust? Yeah, obviously. This type of shit that happened, man. Le'Veon Bell was decent today. Le'Veon and Lamar gonna keep growing and growing. Like obviously it was his first game back in a minute, his first real action in a game in a minute, to be honest with you. But Baltimore, the thing that scared me the most in this game, because obviously I'm happy we won. I thought we was gonna win. That's how I should have posted the video. In the video, I'd say that I believe we're gonna like. I can just go ahead and say the trouble. I'm probably picking Baltimore to win every single game we play. I picked us to beat the Chiefs. Why would I not pick us to beat the Broncos or any other fucking team we play? But the thing that scared me in this game is, and it's funny because I kept telling y'all not to worry about the offense, but it's the flags we get. Like Lamar threw a touchdown to Marquise Brown. I mean to Mark Andrews, got called back for illegal hands to the face by an offensive lineman. Flags taken away, plays still, stagnant offense at times. Like Greg Roman have a lot of he was in his bag and he done been phenomenal this year. I have really no complaints about Greg Roman. Not no major complaints, but Jesus Christ, Greg. Sometimes the offensive play calling be so bland and vanilla, bro. It's like motherfucker go into his Axe Madden playbook or something and he just call a bunch of fucking HB draws on third and shorts and shit. Lamar could be playing great through the air. Receivers getting open and all that shit. And the last 2 weeks were receiver heavy games. At least they should have been because of how the receivers and the defenses was playing. The other team's defense is what I'm saying. And our receivers playing against those defenses. Yet he do these. I know we great at running and you got to stick to what you know. But damn, bro. Sometimes the calls get so just like it's like he's not trying sometimes. It is crazy, but I guess that's just him understanding the talent he got and whatnot. I'm not gonna complain about it too much, but like I just know how bad our defense has played this year and how challenged they are at getting. Like they got pressure on Teddy in this game. They constantly got to Teddy in this game, but Teddy Bridgewater, Teddy Midwater ain't Patrick Mahomes and he ain't Derek Carr. So like I said, it's completely different. Neither is Jared Goff and the other motherfucker we played today, Drew Lock. Not those dudes is they're not those elite quarterbacks. So we was able to put pressure on these dudes, but against a better quarterback, man. Like I said, we gotta consistently continue to get better. Now, obviously, we do the Odafe Owehi watch over here because I want him to become basically the way I want Rashad Bateman to become a stud number one receiver in the NFL. That's what Owehi has to become for us. He got to become an absolute stud. And he had a sack today. I'm gonna tell you the thing about him, man. He worked hard. That motherfucker run and run and run and run till he tried to get that sack. And shout out to Von Miller, the ageless wonder. He had a sack today. But I'm telling you, bro, I think a way he gonna be a stud. He gonna eventually start training with some stud dudes in the league that's gonna improve his game even more. Oh man, we gotta pray that he end up becoming that dude because we gotta get some dudes on the edges who can get to the quarterback without us having to send consistent blitzes and always having a blitz and shit like that. But to me, the biggest problem with Baltimore right now, period, like the entire team, is the linebacking core. I just, bro, that linebacking core is stopping me from saying we're a Super Bowl contending team. Like, well, no, we're a Super Bowl contending team because we have Lamar Jackson. What will fuck Lamar Jackson over and his greatness over is that linebacking core, bro. I could see Lamar going into a playoff game and dropping 40 and the other team dropping 45 or 41 points just because of how bad our linebackers are, bro. Like, it's atrocious. Go look at some of the tape. Go look at some of the tape. You probably won't even be able to stomach and sit through that shit for too long. Just through one half of a game, not even all the games. So it's been bad. That's my biggest concern for Baltimore right now. I really hope we get that shit figured out and solved before shit gets serious. Cause man, this division gonna be a tough one. The Bengals 3-1. Now they beat the Jags but hey, the what's these other the doo-doos, the Browns 3-1. Ravens 3-1. The Pittsburgh Steelers 1-3. They just got stomped by Aaron Rodgers and them boys. Man, maybe Big Ben's career really is coming to an end. Man, I remember him torching me, my team. Oh, what am I talking about? I remember watching him play against Baltimore them years ago, man. Escaping sacks and shit, doing all this crazy shit, throwing for all these crazy yards with the three Bs and the three killer Bs. And I remember they tight end Heath always picking up critical downs and shit. Oh man, happy those days are behind us. And then for these Cleveland boys, man, Cleveland fans stay talking shit and blowing all mention, but boy, I tell you, every time they try to get Baker Mayfield to win a game for him, and they try to make it seem like they try to put him in the position that that the good quarterbacks is in, like Lamar, Patrick, Aaron Rodgers, guys who can go win you a game. This month Baker Mayfield, man, all you need to do is pick up this first down, you win the game, man. He throw to a wide open Odell Beckham. This is a legit stat stuffing, easy walk off touchdown, bro. And this motherfucker underthrew him severely. He underthrew that motherfucker so bad. I'm surprised Odell ain't tear his ACL trying to stop and pull back to try to save motherfucker for that. But I guess people gonna blame that shit on Odell like they blame him for everything, bruh. It's crazy to me all the excuses they make for Baker, bruh. Motherfucker playing with an offensive, a Pro Bowl line, Pro Bowl receivers, Pro Bowl running backs, Pro Bowl tight ends, and everything seemed to be everybody else's fault but Baker. Only motherfucker in that category that ain't a Pro Bowl is the quarterback, bruh. Like, what are we doing right now? And Cleveland fans want this man to be better than Lamar so bad. This man gonna have to figure out how to get a unanimous MVP first, bro. All right, can he figure out how to do that? Can he figure out how to beat the Chiefs? Can he figure out how to carry his team past the top teams? Because, when I say Lamar performs in the clutch, I ain't just talking about other teams. I'm talking about against Baker and them too. He is 4-1 against Baker. Last time he played him, he beat him on Monday Night Football. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when we our season we moved on because we beat him again? He threw that pick to C.J. Mosley, who is a great pass. Like, bro, if you think I hate Patrick Queen, bro, just remember I got to watch C.J. Mosley and Ray Lewis for the majority of my lifetime as the two starting middle linebackers for the Baltimore Ravens. So just understand that. That ain't I don't hate Patrick Queen. Those are the two linebackers that I got to watch growing up. So I base a lot of shit off of those two Baltimore Raven middle linebackers. Even Daryl Smith, who wasn't with us for as long. He was a Jaguar, but he still came over and balled out for us. But this gonna be a tough division this year, man. I think the Bengals gonna end up falling off in my opinion, bro. Like, to me, I like Joe Burrow, don't get me wrong. But I kind of feel for the Bengals. I watch the Bengals. I ain't really impressed by nothing they do really. They stop themselves a lot of times. So that's gonna be interesting. Plus, I don't see John Harbaugh being outcoached by Zach Taylor, I believe, is the head coach for the Bengals. The Browns is an interesting one. Can't even talk right now because it's like Kevin Stefanski knows his team is good when they run it, and he know they not great or good really when he try to let Baker do it. Because what's funny is Baker will get hot when you just let him throw these little fucking wheel routes and these roll out digs and all these little short routes for 5, 6, 7, 8 yards, and then he'll eventually get you for a 10, 15 yarder on the play action because you're trying to come up and play. That's the type of offense you got to run for Baker. Baker not finna just stand back there and dissect you like the Lamar Jacksons and the Aaron Rodgers. And you can say, oh, Lamar don't do that. Go watch the tape, bro. Lamar do his work from the pocket. He just so happened to be the best quarterback in the league at getting out of the pocket when he have to and being elusive and making dudes miss. It just is what it is. And Baker ain't even good at getting out of the pocket and making dudes miss right now. But I will say this. Cleveland is a good team. I don't think Baker is a good player, but I do think Cleveland is a good team because good teams find ways to win games like they had today against the Vikings. In saying that, I also have to come to the conclusion this dude, Kirk Cousins, just ain't it, bro. All the passing yards don't be mattering. All those touchdowns, all the crazy stats and shit he put up here and there, it don't matter. When he have to go out there and win a game, and oh my goodness, I don't even know how to explain it at this point. Cause you be like, oh, he beat the Saints in the playoffs. The Saints is as cursed as fucking Kirk Cousins. Them motherfuckers ain't been good in the playoffs since they won the Super Bowl all them years ago, man. Like, oh man, it's crazy, bro. The Vikings gotta do something with Kirk, bro. You just can't have a quarterback playing like a doofus for so long and part of the game and then try to wake up at the end of the game and try to save it, bro. Like, no, bro. If you was woken most of the game, we wouldn't even be in this fucking position. It's a shame the Browns is missing all those players right now. And them motherfuckers still won the game. The Vikings put up 7 fucking points, bro. That's a problem. Come on, man. What? I don't even know how you fuck. Prayers up for the Viking fan base, man. It's probably gonna be a long season, especially with the seeing as how it looked like the Packers is back on their shit now. They just put their foot in the Steelers' ass. So, I mean, it's gonna be a long season for you. Now Detroit, they lost today. You probably thought that Detroit was gonna get their first win today. I thought Detroit was getting their first win today. I even had said it in my last video that I didn't post. I was like, I think Detroit gonna get their first win today. Boy, was I wrong. What's funny is that towards the end of that video, while I was breaking down that game, I was like, but I can see Goff playing bad enough to still lose this game to the Bears. I didn't know that Matt Nagy and them was gonna come out with a better game plan this week for Justin Fields. Thank God they did and didn't just throw him to the wolves again. Because when you look at it, and I even said in that video, I should have posted it. I should have posted it. I was like, the Bears can come out and win this game. Their defense. I was like, the Bears defense can win this game. Even though I think the Lions probably should win this game, I think the Bears defense is the best thing about this game, period, out of either side of the ball for either team. The Bears defense can play at an elite level and win this game. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that that's what they did because I didn't even watch that game. But they did end up winning that game. So the Lions might go 0-17, bro. Like, that's crazy. And what's funny is, bro, when you look at the Lions lose this week, it's like they play down to their competition, but they worse than most of their competition anyway. So I can't even explain it at this point because it's not that they played hard last week against the Ravens. It's that the Ravens played bad last week. That's how you got to start looking at these things with the Lions. It's not that the Lions played good, played their asses off. The Ravens didn't play their asses off and didn't come prepared. It's not that the Bears played magnificent or some shit like that. They just did what they were supposed to do, and the Lions played the way the Lions are supposed to. And at this point, you just got to take that as the Lions is the worst team in the league, bro. Got to, because the Jets got their first win of the season against the Tennessee Titans, bro. They should have went and danced on the Titans logo, but I don't know if this game was in Denver. I'm Denver. If this was in New York or if it was in Tennessee. Either way, I know a lot of Tennessee fans are gonna be like, "Oh, well, we don't have AJ Brown and Julio Jones, and you don't got Lamar Jackson either." Because I was hearing a bunch of bozos tell me that Ryan Tannehill was better than Lamar Jackson. But Lamar Jackson continues to carry his teams without the number one bona fide receivers that everybody else got. Tannehill got two of them. Now, like I said, they didn't play. And I saw that thing on Twitter where it's like, when you don't have two Pro Bowl receivers playing, this is the play calling for verbs. And it was just HB Dobbs the whole game. And I didn't even look at Derrick Henry's stats yet. They probably gonna be in this video though. That's what's funny because after the video, I'm done recording. I'm gonna go edit the video, and that's one of the teams whose stats probably gonna be in the video. So Derrick Henry's stats will probably be in the video. Not sure if he ran for over 100 yards now though. I know when I was saw the score for that game though, they was up, and I was like, and I went to the stats and I saw what Zach Wilson was doing because I like Zach Wilson, and I think the way they playing him right now could end up making him a better quarterback, but I will say this. Playing somebody and throwing them in the fire is one thing. Throwing somebody in the fire and they still just doing a bunch of dumb shit and not just like it's no improvement whatsoever week by week. It's just how much can we lose by every week. That's a different story. So I'm not saying that they should just be having him out there throwing him in the fire, having him play reckless and shit like that. No. It's got to be a learning experience every time he out there still too. But they got their first win today. You're not finna see me shit on a parade. And it was in overtime. Respect to the motherfucking Jets. Definitely not going 0-17. Shout out to them. They could still go 1-16 though. So, keep an eye out for that. But I don't think they're going to. But then you got the Cardinals. They smacked the fucking Rams today. My Rams, man, got smacked by the Cards, bro. I guess Kyler Murray and them boys. Hey, that's going to be an interesting division. That's going to be an interesting division. Because I think the 49ers done lost 3 games in a row, or at least 2 in a row. I know. The Seahawks could have lost 3 in a row, but I knew that Russ wasn't losing 3. I don't think Russ done lost 3 in a row in his career. So that division going to be interesting. Kyler and them boys over there hooping. Oh, man. You know what's crazy? Every team in that division basically is star stacked. Like, they got a lot of star power on all those teams. So, man, that's going to be a fucking playoff type atmosphere every fucking week with that division. I can't wait till the AFC North teams start playing because I think, and when I say AFC North teams, I'm saying when Baltimore start playing them. I could care less about when they start playing each other. From what I'm seeing so far, Lamar Jackson easily the best quarterback, but the best team to me so far, comparable, like when we playing, it looked like the Bengals, and that's crazy. But I don't know if it's Cleveland being hurt or playing down to their competition. I don't know. But the Bengals look like the toughest team to face right now, but I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. That running game for the Browns is no joke. Plus I can't doubt the Steelers, man. The Steelers 1-3 right now, but they could easily turn this around. Like they better hurry up and do it though, because it's the NFL. This ain't the NBA and this ain't baseball, so you ain't got that much time to turn it around. But hey, I appreciate you for joining me. I got another video coming out soon too. But I appreciate you for joining me on this video, man. I apologize for not having that other video up, man. Just got real busy. I'm gonna be better about that. And learning this new editing shit, man. This shit, this shit gonna be pretty lit to me, man. We just growing and growing and growing and constantly get better, man. But keep a lookout, man, because I do got some WWE videos coming out soon. I got some more video. I'm gonna break down the I'll get my thoughts on the Patriots and Buccaneers game. I just got done watching that shit. I was watching that a little bit off and on and whatnot. I knew that was gonna be a closer game than people thought. I was joking and shit, saying it was gonna be a blowout to my homies, but I had a feeling that Bill wasn't finna go in there and let Tom just rip him a new one, bro. It was so funny how that shit ended though. How Bill went to the field and like gave him like a quick little hug or something, like a forced hug, bro. What's up with this dude, Bill, man? Why that motherfucker can't act like he fuck with Brady, bro? All this thing, all that Brady, like I think him and Brady both had a part to do with the Dubs, but damn, bro, treat that motherfucker like you can't stand him. So man, that shit crazy. You ain't gotta be hard all the time, B. But yeah, I should release a video soon talking about that shit too. So what I got coming out? I got a wrestling video coming out soon. I got a Patriots video coming out tomorrow, more than likely. Uh, but yeah. Got those things coming out, man. I appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate you for clicking on the video, man. This video, you can watch it because it's not gonna have highlights, but it's gonna have stats and shit, man. This shit gonna be fire. I'm working on new okay, I'm telling y'all too much, man. But I say I appreciate y'all like 3 to 4 times a video. But that's because I really do appreciate you if you click on this video and watched it up to this point. But if you did, like the video, subscribe to the video, share the video. Hell, watch the video again if you want to. Like I said, man, let my voice just ride my vibe. You dig? But I should be back soon. Thank you so much for giving me just a couple minutes of your time. This video wasn't gonna be too long, man. It wasn't gonna be too long. We wasn't breaking down every team. Now we is gonna. That's another video I got coming because I do want to break down just a quick breakdown of all the other teams that played. I'm gonna go back and watch some of the highlights and some of the games that I missed because I actually did watch some of the other games before Baltimore played today. But for some reason, after I've watched Baltimore and the Patriots game, I can't remember none of the other games I watched. It's absolutely crazy, bro. But hey, go watch that Marquise Brown highlight catch, man. That shit is sick. Go watch bro. The NFL got to do something about Washington football, the fucking no-name football team, bro. The way that game ended was reckless, bro. You can't have a defensive player pulling that bullshit that they pulled on Matt Ryan, bro. That should have been a defensive delay game, and the goofy-ass refs just let him get away with it, bro. What are we doing, bro? The NFL got to do something about that. That's goofy. That's just like the shit that happened with Dak Prescott when they said, well, it's not just like it. But it's like they need to make a rule for the shit that happened with Dak Prescott a couple weeks ago where he stretched out for the end zone. But people was like, oh, that's a touchdown. He got past the line. But I was like, no, that's not a touchdown. They probably called the play dead, but nobody else knew it because it's not a rule in the NFL. And usually they let motherfuckers just keep pushing and pushing until they get the score. So the defense don't know when they stop them. When the defense do stop them, you let them get an extra push sometimes when the play should have been called dead and let them score. So that shit is something that the NFL need to figure out next year, bro. Because I think that shit is just too up in the air and too much of a judgment call here and there, bro. Like, when is the play dead? When is it not dead? Like, come on, man. Let's figure this shit out, man. It's the NFL, bro. It's the biggest league in the world. But again, thank you for joining me. I love you. Like, subscribe to the video, share the video. Saint out.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps cause they know what happens next. So without further ado, free smoke. Look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver, pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga. That's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win. So I'm done on my friends, don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much I have you doing what it meant to me, but motherfuck all that. I don't even offer up the time to make the call back. Stupid Lodo, if they don't get the picture now, man, I crop them out of the photo. I can't relate to my peers, been doing this shit for years. I'm motivated by fears, I took the wheel and I steer. My sound not dictated by fuck boys in Atlanta. Stay gifted like this album was ghost written by Santa Bars forever, like they decided to throw me under Slammer. Every song's a hit like they picture me underhanders. I could drop 1,000,000 songs, but they never gon' understand us. Soapbox sermons for niggas never giving chances. Fight our whole lives to get these weak ass advances. Work twice as hard for the shit that they getting handed. And this ain't even nothing we chose, nigga, we branded. Still can't